Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Aquarius. I've got your first two cards pulled, and I did take from two different decks. We've got the Energy Oracle and then the Tarot Familiars, but quite the combo here with Woman Holding a Coin and Queen of Wands. Because if you know anything about the tarot, you know that the Queen of Wands is somebody who attracts what she wants or what she needs. And a woman holding a coin probably already has what she needs. So there's something here about you getting ahead or having multiple offers. There's like a magnetism to you right now. So this is going to be a really exciting reading. Before we get started, I wanted to point out in addition, I've got my adorable little Stewykins over here. Oh, I don't think I added that nickname. I made a post to announce one of my poor little kitties died over the weekend, so we just have Hambone now. But I wanted to add his picture to the table, so if you notice it, that's why he's there. We're gonna call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. So hesitant. I'm so nervous I'm gonna hurt you guys' ears with the earbuds in. The other thing that I just have to tell you guys, because it was kind of spooky when it happened, but also like really sweet. I was on the phone with my best friend and, talking about Stewie. Hambone was sitting right next to me. And all of a sudden in the window, there was a cardinal. And I felt compelled, even though I was on the phone, to look up what the symbolism is for cardinals. And it can mean a visit from a passed over loved one. So it was adorable because I know Hambone saw him too. Of course, it's a bird, right? He wants to chase all the birds. But he just sat there and kind of looked at us on the windowsill there for a little bit, which I thought was really sweet. So keep your eyes open for little signs like that when you go through difficult times, and it'll give you hope like it gave me. All right, so we're going to, let's see, with money. I think we're just going to start with the good old fashioned Rider Waite. And I hope you're having a lovely day or a lovely weekend whenever you catch this. What else do we have for Aquarius? This is a very auspicious start here. You guys must have planted some good seeds this year. We have the Seven of Wands and the King of Wands. Seven of Wands is in the reverse. This feels like somebody who's been a little bit vindictive towards you. Good morning. Peanut butter and jelly? Oh, I love that. I adore that. So here we go, you guys. We've got somebody who I think has been looking at your progress or your success with either jealousy or outright anger. There is something a little bit bullish or bullyish about that, especially because we're coming out with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, which could mean somebody who has acted indefensively. So it feels to me like somebody is chuffed. I think that's the word. A little bit upset at this Queen of Wands. Now, what's interesting is generally I see the King and Queen of Wands coming out in the same reading together as divine counterparts, but there's something that seems envious here, especially because of the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So let's see what else we can get for you. Oh, another seven. The Seven of Pentacles. Somebody has invested more than they probably should because they're feeling like they didn't get much for the effort that they put in here. And then the Moon in the reverse. So this is giving off vibes of somebody that has decided they need to pull back and kind of reassess the situation. Notice that there's a pentacle like between his feet. And he's looking at that pile like, while none of this shit actually worked out so great for me, I got this other pentacle that I haven't even like, you know, spent or used yet. Why would I keep doing the same thing if I'm not getting any results? And with the moon in the reverse, this is really giving me vibes of, you know, what's that saying? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Somebody is realizing that doing what they've done before isn't worth their time. They've had enough of, you know, 12 monkeys time, and they're ready to do something more serious. Oh my lord. The high priestess and the devil. What I'm noticing that I hadn't before about this high priestess card is the interesting similarity between the horns on the devil and the crescent moon. And it's almost like there was somebody tempted by their lower selves, and this high priestess, like, I don't know why. I feel like this high priestess looked the devil in the face and said, "No, thanks. I don't like your horns. See, I already have a crown, and this helps me see not just the past, not just the present, but also the future. So I don't really care about you and your stupid temptation." So I feel like somebody rebuffed or rejected a very significant temptation, something that most people fall for. So this would be like unbridled power or a really major like addiction, something like that. But this high priestess, I feel like this would be the Queen of Wands, is the type to, sorry, my hair gets everywhere. The type to, you know how to manage that beast and tame the beast, not just within, but also in others. So there's a sense that this high priestess was underestimated and is victorious. Strength and the sun. You guys, this happens so often. I have to give her a shout out like every time. I don't know if she'll ever watch my videos, but if you haven't seen Turning Tides Tarot, Alicia talks about how anytime you have the devil, you're going to have the strength card pretty nearby, right? Or that basically they are inextricably linked. So somebody found out that they couldn't mess with this woman with a coin, this high priestess, Queen of Wands energy. She is much stronger than people anticipate and able to tame some pretty gnarly energies. And with the sun, I feel like it's a lot to do with the lightness of this high priestess's energy, but also the fact that they have insight where it concerns information. So because of the sun's additional meaning where they effectively see some sort of information coming to light, the high priestess is always the keeper of information. So if the sun is coming out, there's something that this high priestess maybe said, a warning, or knew that something wasn't the way that it should be. And this King of Wands, I feel like the word that's coming to my mind is incensed, very angry. This King of Wands feels like this high priestess, by virtue of having insights and sharing those insights and not falling victim to some temptation here, the King of Wands feels like they've lost something. It's almost like this last pentacle is something that was really important to this King of Wands, and the high priestess knew not to plant that last pentacle. This ace of pentacles that's being lost is really important. It's some foundational element that the King of Wands is now really upset about. I just said foundational element. This is a shaky foundation, the Four of Wands in the reverse. Yes, it can definitely mean marriage, and it could apply to a marriage or an organization or a partnership or a business. But there is something here that was absolutely necessary for the Seven of Pentacles, which I believe is the High Priestess energy, to provide as a foundation here. And they have either retracted that or they've decided, I'm not going to continue to invest. I'm taking this back. And it's a release of burdens that do not belong to this high priestess anyways. There's a sense that this high priestess was trying to do something out of respect or some sort of like, I actually care about this person, so I don't want to screw them over. But they were living in the past with the Six of Cups in the reverse. The Six of Cups in the upright is like, oh, I have good memories of you and I really like helping you or being your friend or being in your life. But Six of Cups in the reverse, paired with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, is somebody coming to the realization that they have been giving to something that is not for their best interest, not in their future, right? This is something that they knew they had to put behind them because it wasn't reliable. And with the Eight of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Devil, we now know that that temptation was to basically stay living in the past, basically be stagnant, not move forward, not try this new path. All right, we're going to continue with the Meta Muse. Ace of Wands. When you have the Devil and then you have strength, you're probably going to have a new beginning, because the Ace of Wands is all about taking the path less traveled or doing something different, something that almost kind of shocks people. I see this little village. I don't know why this is relevant. This little village just kind of looks moldy, mildewy, even though I love these kinds of buildings. You guys, I would explore the shit out of that. That looks so cool. But look at the hand holding the Ace of Wands is like, it looks like a thumbs up to me. Does it look like that to you guys? It's like somebody's like, yeah, right on, dude, you did it right. So maybe you've gotten signs that you have gotten some assistance or that you have protection or that you've been kind of recognized in a way. The Nine of Swords in the reverse can mean after a period of anxiety or kind of stressing out over something, somebody might offer you help or somebody is able to see hope after some difficult, stressful times. Especially because this is clarifying the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. Oh, wow. So we have the Empress and the Tower in the reverse. And the first thing that this communicates to me is that there is a change in perception regarding this woman holding a coin, this Queen of Wands, who we now know is the Empress. And it's probably tied to the fact that she was able to look the devil in the face and say, thanks, I'm good. Nah, not for me. For some of you, this could literally be a situation where somebody knew that you had an addiction and they offered you what you were addicted to, and you're like, get that shit out of here. I'm good. For others of you, I really do feel like this is codependency or power related. And with the Empress in the reverse, it's like somebody didn't expect you to be this powerful, this in control of what you want to achieve and what could potentially get you off track from that goal or that mission. And I also feel like with the Tower in the reverse, your steadfastness or your ability to stay committed to what you want and your overall magnetism, ability to leverage your intuition to make the right choices, this has caused an ending for somebody who didn't expect an ending. This Ace of Pentacles is lost when it's in the reverse. So we have a situation where somebody who thought they were going to win, who maybe thought they already had won, has experienced loss due to some information coming to light regarding you or your ability to not fall victim to this devil. And that's causing an end that they didn't expect. That's causing erosion to the foundation that they were relying on you to basically hold up on your back. And now things are changing. This King of Wands maybe feels it too, but I definitely think you do. The times they are changing. You may have felt like you were on the bottom of the wheel of karma, and now you are going to the top. And this King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, he's on the bottom, you know? Ain't really going well for him right now. Ooh. And this is because with Justice in the reverse, there was something this King of Wands did that was an injustice, or because remember, he's watching something indefensible happen. He may have just been a witness, but he maybe had the power to actually do something and he didn't. And I don't know how it is wherever you live, but where I live, actually I should double check this, but you have to be aware of being, the witness or innocent bystander. If you have some ability to help somebody in distress and you just sit there and you watch it from your throne, like, oh, sucks to, be you, then there are consequences. So it's something along those lines where this King of Wands could have done something about something pretty shitty being done to this Queen of Wands, and he didn't. So she fought that devil off herself. Use the genders however you will, because it doesn't have to apply exactly to your situation that way. But this person found the strength within, and it's like a David and Goliath situation. This King of Wands is kind of flabbergasted. With the Prince of Cups in the reverse, it's like, I heard it's madness. Like somebody can't believe it. But it's all because you were willing to let go of something in your past that wasn't right for you and stand up for what was right. And I also feel like this person is unapologetic for whatever they did. This Prince of Cups in the reverse is like the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So it feels to me like somebody is just moody, not because they did something and they realized that it was, not a good thing for them to do it, but they weren't necessarily upset they did it. They were upset they got caught or judged. Now we have the Hermit. And this is clarifying the Eight of Cups in the reverse. Your ability to say no to this invitation or temptation is, I think, an inspiration to others. So with this Eight of Cups in the reverse, I feel like what was prompted or offered to you in an attempt to kind of put you in a corner or shut you up has now given you the strength to stand out and maybe attract others to follow what you are doing or what you are saying, the way you are living, so that they don't have to be stuck in this devil energy. All right, we're going to use the Gypsy Oracle cards. We have Foe. I love her green dress, but can't trust her. And then we have Lover and Constancy, both in the reverse. Shocking when we have somebody who is, not your friend. So somebody may have, I don't know why I get this feeling, somebody may have been a little bit surprised at your ability to see through them, probably because of this High Priestess energy I'm feeling. They thought that they could put on their Sunday best. Oh, it's Sunday. And, use some nice, pretty words, maybe even play you a song, and wax poetic about some sort of morals or beliefs that you have. But you saw right through that. You saw right through that. This is a little bit weird for me, but I'm going to say it. So look at, there's a red, here, I'm going to put them in the upright so that you can see them easier. There's like a red shawl on each of these individuals. And it's like giving me vibes of somebody with a mask, right? Like, I'm important. Look at my red shawl. It means I belong to this family, or it means that I have this belief. So it means I'm important. Listen to me. And then here you come, Queen of Wands. Like, oh, this red piece of cloth? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you all the dirt on that. It's actually complete bullshit. Cool. All right. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Like, somebody thought that they could use a name or a title or a reputation, or they just thought that you were going to fall in line and you didn't, and you told the truth. Conversation. Like, I feel like I'm talking to somebody, because look at this Queen of Wands and woman holding a coin. This is like somebody who is not afraid to speak their mind. And I don't care if you don't like me, I'm still going to tell the truth because I want to be able to establish that my word is my bond. And how can I do that if I don't tell you the truth about your red shawl being ugly? So this looks like, to me, you're that person and people are listening to you with rapt attention, just like, you don't say. You know, that sounds actually pretty accurate, and I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. And you know, I do think that I'm going to make those changes. Waiting and gift in the reverse. Because these people that you're inspiring have been stuck in a stagnant mode here with the waiting card. And with gift in the reverse, they realize that it's like they're waiting for a disappointment, is basically how I see this. They realize that there's a different way to live their life, and they could do that if they made changes now instead of just kind of being stagnant. All right, Aquarius, we're going to, let's see. We're going to continue with the Bianco Nero. The color green may mean something to you because I love the color green, but I'm also wearing it. We've got green in the Empress feminine symbology here. Can't remember what we call that. So maybe you feel like it's a green light for you to do something. Chariot in the reverse. Yeah, this to me feels like confirmation that you're getting forward movement after a period of stagnation because you've demonstrated strength. There's some sort of assistance showing up. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, I feel like you may have had some sort of legal issue, or you had somebody that was giving you misinformation in an attempt to keep you from moving forward. But you knew that whatever information was provided to you was either not accurate or was not in alignment with what you knew or what you felt to be true. So I feel like there's also something here with Judgment in the reverse, that there's another opportunity coming up, or that there are other people that haven't yet heard the call or been inspired. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Somebody is having to basically come clean about whatever it was that they did that was indefensible. This action that came out first here. There's This moon, I feel like, is kind of sideways. Um, there's something here that exposes someone's delusions of grandeur, I guess, is how I'm seeing it. Somebody who thought that they could do whatever they wanted to do. So I do feel like there's an abuse of power here in some regard, or some desire to keep people subservient or submissive or dependent on you. And then there's something about these hidden activities coming to light or being exposed. And that's what's causing this Tower in the reverse moment, where people are seeing this Empress as the Empress instead of somebody not to be trusted. And there's also a sense that there's a major ending or a loss for this King of Wands. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This is underneath Justice and the Wheel of Fortune. So this could mean somebody is losing their freedom. Nine of Pentacles in the upright is somebody who is, independent. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. They may have assets that they are losing. I don't know why. I feel like somebody tried to hide something and they're losing whatever they tried to hide. Maybe it's because the moon is here. But there's something here about justice being served and the scales being balanced from a financial standpoint, but I think also a freedom standpoint. Like somebody may have, a debt to pay the county jail. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, clarifying the Prince of Cups or Knight of Cups in the reverse, and the Hermit. So somebody maybe gave themselves away in terms of whatever defense or argument they had, alibi they had, by being overly emotional. Maybe they didn't sell it. I'm thinking now of all of those like crime shows I've watched where the actual murderer is trying to convey some sort of remorse or sadness over somebody being gone while in the presence of like investigators, right? And it's like with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like somebody didn't make it believable, or somebody is not selling their story effectively, and it's resulting in exactly what they were hoping to avoid all along. People digging more, or people finding information, people taking things from this person. We have the Page of Wands clarifying the Hermit. And I look at this as somebody found information or had insight into information from the past. It's the Hermit. He's facing the past in my mind right here. And he doesn't even have his hand totally wrapped around that staff, which is a little bit weird, right? But here with the Page of Wands, we have somebody looking to the future. It's like they figured out how the information fits. They figured out how to communicate it effectively or disseminate that information, or they've shared it with the right people. And now there's justice happening. So it may have taken a while. All right, we're going to get some additional clarity here with the Everyday Tarot, and then we'll call it quits after that. I don't know. I might add the Zodiac fortune telling. You know how I do. We have the Two of Wands. Somebody is charting a new course. This makes sense, especially because we have the Ace of Wands over here. So there's a new path or a new opportunity that somebody's pursuing. And I feel like they're doing so methodically or intelligently. The Chariot in the reverse again. Why the Chariot in the reverse? Queen of Wands. I guess this is maybe a positive Chariot in the reverse. I haven't really seen that before, but especially because this is under the Queen of Wands and then another Queen of Wands, I'm taking this to mean our High Priestess has arrived where she needs to be. Our high priestess doesn't need to move from where she is. She is already where she needs. She's on her throne. She is drawing in what she needs. So this Two of Wands could be somebody else that wants to go where this Queen of Wands is. This could be a Scorpio or somebody who will be very helpful with regards to some sort of transformation or change. Because this, again, this is a new life, right? We have the Five of Pentacles. This is somebody that may have felt excommunicated or excluded in some way. And I really feel like it's somebody who wants to tell the Queen of Wands or the Empress that they're on their team. Like this death individual is currently not communicating with this Queen of Wands, but with that flag that has the same like sunflower as what she's holding, he wants to say either I surrender or I'm on your team. I want to help you with your cause. Very like Daenerys, Mother of Dragons vibes, you know, like people wanting to join up. Justice. There's a sense that this death energy who has gone under some sort of transformation or seen things differently, they see this Empress as the Empress, right? There's a sense that they feel like they owe something to this Queen of Wands or Empress as a form of justice. They may have participated in some way with this injustice over here, but we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. They want to come clean or do right by this Queen of Wands. The Hermit in the reverse. So this person is like switching sides, you guys. This person refused to see things as they were when they had the opportunity, but now they want to come back. Like they're making perhaps even like a long journey to be able to explain, I should have listened to you back here. I didn't, but I can now. I can make my changes now. Here's my apology. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Can I, you know, be your cook or something? We have the Eight of Cups and the Lovers in the reverse. So it's an apology for not making the right decision and walking away from something and being dishonest about why. So there may be some additional information this person wants to share in terms of why they walked away or why they let you walk away, whichever it was. We have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this means they want to apologize for some sort of hot and cold or inconsistent or lack of loyalty. They just feel like they should have been there for you and they weren't. So this could be somebody who was a good friend or, you know, a colleague that you got along with really well and they just didn't see things the way that you did. Perhaps because it was a little bit too hard to, you know, leave the matrix. But I think you've convinced them and now they want to figure out how they can be of help. So we have the Three of Wands again. Where do we have that? Or do we only have the Two of Wands? Oh, color me wrong. Okay. So we have somebody who is expecting I think a loss of freedom or a loss of financial assets with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody may have been advised that they're losing property or that they have lost some sort of mobility. We have Temperance and Five of Wands. Somebody is willing to fight for the balance that they feel like they need in their life or the balance that the situation calls for. We see a crown in the distance. So I feel like this is somebody who is kind of outside of the norm or not really doing what others feel like they have to do. All right, I mentioned it. So we'll grab a couple from the Zodiac fortune telling cards and then we'll call it a day here, Aquarius. Either way, this is a pretty badass reading. You owe someone a letter, write it at once. So it doesn't have to be, handwritten, but there's some sort of communication that you need to be handling right now. That was a fun little flip. You are loved by all who come in contact with you. I really do get the Daenerys Targaryen vibe off of you guys. So I feel like there's something where people feel like pulled to you and they believe in the words that you say. Like I said, they listen with rapt attention, which is RAPT, not WRAPPET. All right, very good luck in store for you. So because you've chosen this new path, because you are helping others, there is a lot of good karma in store for you. So make sure you're maintaining that positive thinking to, keep doing that Queen of Wands thing and bringing in all the stuff that you need. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'll be back shortly with the Gemini reading, and I'll also be sure to get the Libra reading out today as well. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.